Hello. Today we will visit the 9 inhabited worlds of the ancient Germans. The main attribute of the ancient Germanic cosmology is Egdrasil. This is the world tree, which is considered a giant ash tree in the center of the cosmos, and which connects all the worlds together and is considered sacred. Egdrasil is outside of time and space and therefore was not created by the gods. It was just always there before the gods appeared. Egdrasil means Horse of Yggr or terrible horse. Yggr is another name for Odin, and so we can draw some conclusions about why the Norse World Tree is inextricably linked to the god of wisdom, the Wanderer, the king of the gods who hung on Egdrasil for 9 days and nights to gain the wisdom of the runes, may also relate to the fact that Odin wanders through the realms and thus rides up and down the tree as a means of transportation. There is also a suggestion that Egdrasil actually means sacred pillar. There are 3 main parts to this great world tree: the branches, the trunk, and the roots, just like any other biological structure. The branches reach into the sky and support Asgard, the realm of the Aesir, the sky gods. Asgard was originally thought to exist next to Midgard. Asgard is connected to Midgard by a rainbow bridge called Bifrost. Other branches support Alfheim, the realm of the elves. And still others support Vanaheim, another realm of the elves, specifically the Vanir, the elven gods. Vanaheim and the realm of the elves were once considered part of our earth. The trunk of Egdrasil represents the middle worlds where we are now, and is called Midgard. It is the realm of humans and living beings. In Norse cosmology, there are 3 main taproots that feed the 3 manifestations of the sacred well. One root ends in Niflheim at the well Hvergelmir. This is the place where an ancient dragon named Nidhogg gnaws at the root, which is said to eventually topple the tree, and the Nornir, or 3 sister goddesses, prevent this daily by pouring healing waters from the wells onto the root so that it becomes whole again. Another root ends in Jotunheim at Mimisbrunner, otherwise called Mimir's well. And a third ends at Erdabrunner, also known as Urd's well. There were actual ash trees and other types of trees that the ancient Germanic and Scandinavian ancestors believed to be the physical embodiment of Egdrasil and were thus sacred places of worship, such as Donner's Oak. Interestingly, in Celtic cosmology there is a striking similarity between the Celtic concept of the world tree and the Germanic Egdrasil. But we will talk about this in our next issues. Ancient Germanic and Scandinavian myths do not provide clarity on the exact locations of the 9 worlds in outer space, but according to the conclusions of scientists, they are strikingly similar to the inhabited worlds in the universe, in which representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations live. And we will begin our acquaintance with them with the realm of the gods, which is usually depicted on the top of Egdrasil, in its branches or in the clouds. The name Asgard mainly means the home of the Aesir, which is a group of ancient Germanic and Scandinavian sky gods, including Odin, or Wotan for the Germans, as well as Thor and Frigg. Asgard was depicted as a large celestial city with beautiful high towers and an impregnable wall. It is a fortress that protects its inhabitants. Valhalla, the hall of Odin's warriors, is located somewhere in Asgard. And Vanaheim is the kingdom of the Vanir, another type of god, but exclusively elven gods, who govern the fertility, prosperity of the earth and trade. Vanaheim is mostly depicted in the branches of Egdrasil. Next is Alfheim, another elven realm in the branches of Egdrasil. This realm is ruled by the elven king of the Vanir, Freyr. The light elves live in Alfheim, and it is considered beautiful. The light elves are responsible for inspiring music, poetry, and art. And the next world was considered by the Germans to be Midgard. This is our realm, the realm of humans. It is located in the middle or trunk of Egdrasil. Beyond Midgard is Jotunheim. This is the realm of giants called Jotuns, also called frost giants. Jotunheim is located somewhere near Asgard and Midgard, or in a place of chaos. The Aesir and Vanir do not often travel to Jotunheim unless necessary. Odin and Thor once both traveled to Jotunheim, and myths say that the lord of the underworld, Loki, comes from there. This is the realm where the Well of Mimir is located, which is the well of darkness, and where Odin went and gave his eye to drink from this well and be able to see everything that happens in the world. Incidentally, Odin's mother, according to myth, was a giantess. Muspelheim is the original realm of fire, a key participant in the creation of the world. Here lives the giant who must leave his realm at Ragnarok, that is, at the last battle of the forces of good and evil, to try to destroy Asgard. And we move on to Svartalfheim and Nidavel. These realms are located at the roots of Yggdrasil and are home to the dwarves. This is a dark, warm, smoke-filled realm where forges are constantly burning and dwarves are working on them. They were known for their craftsmanship, especially in the creation of magical tools, such as Thor's hammer, Freyr's magic ship and Odin's spear. And the next world, Niflheim, along with Muspelheim, is one of the oldest of the 9 ancient Germanic worlds. It is a realm of ice, fog and snow. The land that contributed to the creation of the world. Niflheim is the place where the kingdom of Hell is located, where the sick and old people go after death. Although many modern scholars claim that Hell is outside of Niflheim, and in fact, no one lives in Niflheim, not even the gods. Hell is also called Helheim. This is the realm of the ancestors, a realm ruled by the goddess Hel, who takes the souls of those who die of illness and old age. There she is obliged to provide them with housing and food. Wotan sent Hel to this realm and surrounded the realm with a wall that could only be entered through a gate. They can be found by traveling along the road to Hel, called Helvig, and crossing the river of weapons. This myth led to the ancient Germans demanding burial or cremation in shoes. Because to walk the road to Hel, you need good walking shoes. And now let's meet the Norns of Egdrasil. Who are they? The Norns are usually depicted and explained as 3 divine sisters who lived in the roots of Egdrasil. The Norns' job was to spin, measure, and cut the threads of human destinies. Interestingly, the Norns are not just goddesses, they are descended from all creatures, including dwarves, elves, and the gods of Norse mythology. And as I mentioned earlier, they also heal the gnawed root of Hvergelmir by watering it daily with well water so that the cosmos does not tip over. In many ways, they are above the gods themselves, because the gods cannot even control their fate. Only the Norns control the fate of all people, gods, and all things. The Norns are equated with the Greek fates, the Hittite spinning wool goddesses Istust and Papaya of the Bronze Age. There are other interesting deities that seem to have much in common with the Norns, including Berchta from Germanic lore and even Freya herself. 3 well-known names of the Norns are Urd, Verdandi and Skuld. Urd, Urda or Wyrd is the oldest of the Norns and rules the past or established fate. Verdandi represents fate in the present. And Skuld rules what is to come as a result of decisions made in the past. This was the ancient Germanic conception of the universe, much like the cosmology of other European peoples, such as the Celts. One interesting detail that cannot be overlooked here is that the ancient Germanic people believed in a plurality of inhabited worlds. And in these worlds live intelligent beings whose capabilities are superior to those of ancient people. The first thought that comes to mind is that we are probably talking about extraterrestrial civilizations, the existence of which the ancient Germanic people may have been well aware of. For a modern person, this cosmogony looks primitive and fabulous. Many famous literary works in the fantasy genre were written based on the mythology of the ancient Germans, for example, the epic, The Lord of the Rings, by Tolkien. However, in these tales there is also an echo of the fact that the ancient Germans, it seems, knew about extraterrestrial civilizations a little more than we do. And the 9 worlds are 9 extraterrestrial races of intelligent beings, whom they called gods. This is just one of the assumptions, but you must agree, it can be very real. If, of course, we can answer the question, where did the ancient Germans learn about extraterrestrial civilizations? What do you think about this? Write your opinions in the comments. And see you on our channel.